Once again, welcome to all. In the previous session, we had seen why travel is a waste of time. We had 10 reasons and we looked into them thoroughly, and we had a thought and brainstorm on that. Now, today we are going to see on the positive side of the traveling. Yeah, traveling teaches us many things. We can think in a negative way, in the sense why travel is the waste of time. If we encounter all the positives of each point of that, we would know what is the importance of traveling. So people travel here and there all the times. Especially, it is a part and parcel of life of the Westerners. They plan to travel every year to some destination. For that, they need a lot of information, and based on that, they decide whether to travel to that place or not. For that, if I want to travel, or if we want to travel to different destinations, what are the things that we need? So we need the complete information about the itinerary that we plan for. For that, we need to consult a brochure or a website. In this millennium, we are mostly dependent upon the brochure and the website. The website gives us information. The brochures do have their own role in the traveling across the world. In addition to that, the brochures are used not only for travel. We have a real estate brochures, different colleges brochures. Suppose when you were writing your JEE mains examination, you might be given many brochures of different private universities as well as different institutions telling about their merits and demerits, their information and everything. So the same thing would happen with the traveling also, because traveling has become a main source of economy of the country. Every country wants to invite tourists to their places so that it generates a lot of revenue to that country. As a result, they have different websites. Even Incredible India is the motto of our government, and Atithi Devo Bhava is a special program to attract tourists into this country. In India, being a very vast country and different geographical and climatic conditions, it attracts different sets of tourists into that. Of that, especially Kerala is meant for its own tourism packages and brochures. Now today we are going to see Southern Splendour and making a travel brochure. What we are going to deal in this session today is, here we are going to look into the learning objectives of this session are go through a sample travel brochure for understanding the purpose of a travel brochure. Here we are going to see Southern Splendour, which is a brochure which is developed by Kerala Tourism Department. In that we are going to see what is the 5-day plan by Kerala Tourism Department. We are going to look into that. And after that, you are going to make a brochure on your own at the end of this session. The next objective is to know the definition and purpose of a traveler brochure. It is very simple. What is a travel brochure, and what is the purpose of making a travel brochure? The next thing is learning how to prepare travel brochure. So how we are going to make a travel brochure. So the total objective by the end of this session would be how we need to prepare a travel brochure. The Southern Splendour. We all know that Southern Splendour, it says the southern part of India, and what is the splendor with that? Here, exciting journey to one of the most sought after destinations in Asia, especially Kerala, because many travelers, many tourists, they visit Kerala for different purposes, and it has many tourist attractions. And what are those attractions? It is famous for emerald backwaters. We all know that the Arabian Sea backwaters gives a lot of scope for developing tourism in Kerala. Along with that, serene beaches, lush hill stations. We all know that Kerala receives heaviest rainfall, so that the hill stations are filled with lush green and exotic wildlife, waterfalls, and sprawling plantations and paddy fields, magical festivals and Ayurvedic holidays, historical and cultural monuments, and exotic cuisine. So these are all the attractions which are there in Kerala. So the people, if they want for medical tourism, they go to the Ayurvedic centers, or if they want to enjoy their life, if they want to relish the cuisine of Kerala, offer almost all different varieties, the Kerala tourism helps to visit that. And with all these tourist attractions, we can Kerala boasts that it is a God's own country. We all also know that Kerala is very famous for its tourism attractions. In addition to these, we can add the pilgrimage in Kerala also. So this is about the Kerala Southern Splendor. Here, what is the day one? Now we are going to discuss about the brochure, a part of a brochure in Kerala tourism. So here, day one, arrive Cochin. What we have to do after arriving Cochin? Here, welcome to Cochin, transfer to your hotel. You will experience Indian hospitality as you are accorded a traditional welcome and greeted with garlands and aarti ceremony. So, what they are going to do, how to welcome a guest over there, and what kind of a welcome was given, what kind of a hospitality was provided to the people, it was said. Next, after that, Cochin or Kochi has a long been eulogized the Queen of Arabian Sea. What is the important? Here it is eulogized means famous. Here why Cochin is famous? It has a title that Queen of Arabian Sea. So here because it has a sea coast, it boasts of one of the finest natural harbors in the world and is one of the most visited Kerala backwater destinations. So here the sea coast gives very ancient natural seaports are available in Kerala. So there is nothing wrong to boast about Cochin's ancient harbors as well as the natural harbors. Along with that, the backwaters also play an important role in the Kerala tourism. After that, in the evening, you have the option of participating Kerala themed dinner. So that they provide a Kerala with a themed dinner, that is Kerala themed dinner. After that, the next day, the day 2 in Cochin, what they have to do? Today, enjoy a guided tour of Cochin, where you will visit oldest Jewish synagogue in India, the Dutch Palace, both closed on Friday and Saturday. So here, what are the tourist attractions in the Cochin? We all know that many foreign traders, they visited Kerala in the 14th century and 16th century. Of them, the Dutch people and the Jews and all other people visited that. But with the tolerance of religion, or the religious tolerance gave a scope for them to build their monasteries. Here, synagogue, meet for a religious purpose, it is called as a synagogue. So a Jewish synagogue, and along with that, with the palace which was constructed by the Dutch people, are the great attractions. These two are also historical monument kind of a thing. And see the Chinese fishing nets lining the entrance of the harbor mouth, presenting a spectacular sight of Cochin's waterfront. So Cochin has a spectacular waterfront, and it is welcomed by the Chinese nets. For a very special experience tonight, you have the option of participating in the Moonlight Symphony dinner quiz. You have an option of participating in the Moonlight Symphony Moonlight Symphony dinner cruise as you sail the Cochin Harbour. So once again I start here. For a very special experience tonight, you have the option of participating in the Moonlight Symphony dinner cruise as you sail the Cochin Harbour. So here, what is the attraction of the second day night is they have a special moonlight symphony along with the cruise to sail in the Cochin Harbour. So this is the second day attraction, and the third day they are going to visit to the Kumarakom. Kumarakom, why people wanted to visit Kumarakom, we shall look here. Following the breakfast, drive to Kumarakom, where you will be accorded a traditional welcome at your hotel. So that the people will provide a hotel and they'll get a traditional welcome over there. Kumarakom is a cluster of little islands on the Vambadad Lake, a virtual paradise with emerald green paddy fields and coconut groves interspersed with the enchanting waterways and canals adorned with the white lilies. So what is the speciality? It is very special for its scenic beauty. The backwaters, paddy fields, coconut groves mingled with the white lilies gives a great pleasure to the people who want to see the natural and scenical beauty. Indulge yourself with the resonating massages at Ayurvedic spa in your resort. So they place you in the resort and there you will have a resonating massage. Resonating means energizing or giving you a boost to look young and fresh. So that the Ayurvedic spas will provide certain kind of a resonating massages to the people. In the evening, we recommend you to enjoy the rural festivities in a chakra themed dinner. So the evening they advises to participate in the chakra themed dinner. This is whole about the third day. How many days so far we had seen? 3. We have seen 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Now fourth day. Again it is in Kumarakom. Here what it is going to happen. After breakfast, enjoy the peace and tranquility as you embark on a leisurely exploration of Kerala backwaters in Kettuvallam. Kettuvallam means a houseboat. We all seen, you might have seen that in many movies, especially in Telugu, K. Viswanath's movie. What is that? Do you remember that? Kamal Hassan and Amani had enacted. In that you could see this Kettukovalam passing by palm-fingered canals, lakes and villages. In the evening, you have the option of experiencing the gaiety of Kerala street themed dinner. Kerala themed dinner on the first day, and on the fourth day, here Kerala themed street themed dinner. What is the speciality here? The street food would be served on the fourth day. So many people would like to enjoy by traveling on a houseboat, which gives them a lot of pleasure, and in the evening Kerala street themed dinner. And on day 4, again these people from Kumarakom to Cochin, they'll go back. There what will be happening? Bid a farewell as your magical journey comes to an end. So day 5th, the journey, once you go back to the Cochin, the drive to the Cochin airport for your onward flight back home. So there ends the travel. So here we had seen now 5 days travel in Kerala. Once again recall what we had seen. On day 1, we are going to arrive to Cochin and you will have a traditional aarti, and after that you are going to see you are going the finest harbors, natural harbors and other things you have to see, and after that you will have Kerala. You are going to guided the Jewish synagogue and Dutch palace and other spectacular sites at this one, and after that you will have a moonlight symphony dinner cruise would be there. So on day 3 you are going to Kumarakom. There you are going to enjoy the natural and scenic beauty of the Kumarakom, especially the backwaters, paddy fields and coconut groves and white lilies are the special attraction. In addition to that, there would be Ayurvedic spas which resonate your energies once again, and you will have a chakra themed dinner in Kumarakom on day 3. Day 4, again it is in Kumarakom. You are going to find out the houseboats and you are going to travel on that, and that evening you will have a Kerala street themed dinner. After that, the day 5, again you are going to back to Cochin. From there your onwards journey. So this is a part of a travel brochure of Kerala tourism. So what information did it provide to us? So is it informative, or is it giving the information regarding the 5-day tour in the Kerala? Now let us have a look into this. What is a travel brochure? What we have to look? A pamphlet with images and a description of places. A travel brochure all the time, it deals with the different images and the description of the places. So as we saw in the previous description, we could see this. Here, the travel brochures are promotional documents. What do the traveler brochure do? They promote the traveling, the tourism in a particular state or in a particular country or in a particular region. So that, and it advertise the specific destinations. So here they do advertise what specific destinations are available for them. They are going to advertise that. In addition to that, their first one, destinations and hotels, tours, vacation packages. These are all done, or exotic locales. So this is the purpose of making a travel brochure. They are going to promote all these in any place or region. See here, it shows us a two-fold brochure. That means it has 4 pages, and here the second one, it has a 3-fold brochure where it has 6 parts in this one. We are going to see about what is the layout of the brochure in a small video a little time later. So this is about the brochure. Now once again, what is a brochure? A pamphlet with images and description of places. And the second one, what is the purpose of this brochure? Is to promote the tourist places as well as the hotels, spas, resorts, whatnot, beaches, whatever we want, we can promote through these ones. Next, what does a brochure do? What is the very purpose of a brochure? The first and foremost thing is transports people to these places. So it invokes the interest of the people and it drives them to visit those places. And the second one is gives necessary information about these places, whatever the information that we want to give. Suppose, for example, in the previous brochure we had seen what are the historical or natural or different kinds of attractions are there, what kind of a different cuisine, everything was shown so that it is very informative about those places. And the next thing is invites them to visit these places. So the brochures all the time, they invite people to visit so that they can recreate themselves by traveling to those places. After that, what is the objective of making a tourist brochure? Here, it enables students to research and collect information on a specific place. So as students, what you are going to do, you are going to research and collect information about a specific place. Suppose if you are from, imagine that you are from Vijayawada. What tourist attractions do you have in Vijayawada? And how people can enjoy in Vijayawada? What is the local food available there? Are there any other tourist attractions for the people where they can stay minimum 3 days or maximum of 5 days? Can we prepare a brochure as we had seen in the previous time? Definitely yes. For that, what we have to do? We have to research. what information that, suppose for example, a person who visits Vijayawada can visit Mangalgiri and buy the pure hand woven cotton sarees or cotton clothes. It is a great asset for one day or half day, we can call them. If we are going to research and we collect the information, it is not a big deal to prepare a brochure for 3 days or 5 days in Vijay, or one day the people can travel to Amravati. There we could see the 3rd century Buddhist sculpture which is preserved in the museum. So that museum is one of the best tourist attractions, because people want to know the lives of the people, the lifestyle of the people in 3rd century in this region. So that if we are going to search and research, automatically we are going to. So the students must be enabled to research and collect information about a specific place. And after that, use the gathered information to create a travel brochure. So if you collect the information, you need to use that information to prepare a travel brochure. That is the main objective of this session. And after that, make use of imagery tourism in order to apply knowledge to create something new. So what is happening in this session is, you are going to creating a new thing is the highest learning order, so that you are going to create a brochure. And for that, what is the important thing? You need to have an imaginary tourism where it demands your critical thinking. Here, this critical thinking helps you, as we saw in the previous thing, what to research, how to collect information, what information could be collected, and what kind of a place you want to choose. For all this, the critical thinking helps you a lot, so that you are going to create something new and you are going to apply the knowledge which is gained by you. So this is the basic objective of this session. Here the question comes, what kind of things I could include in my brochure? So a brief summary should be provided to the people. That means the narration should not be lengthy, and it should be very clear and crisp, so that small text play a crucial role. Otherwise, if we want to use any bullet points by using arrow marks or star marks or any kind of things that we can use to provide a brief summary about the thing. And along with that, we are going to find out what are the highlights of that particular place, especially the important place. As we were discussing in Vijayawada, what kind of things that we have to look. That is also an imagery tourism that we can develop a brochure with that. So that we have to write the scenic beauty on the banks of river Krishna in the evenings, especially on Prakasam barrage. Is it worth visit? Or along with that, different kinds of things that we have to see. Next, location including a map. In the previous days, it was a difficult thing to create location including a map. But nowadays, Google Maps made our task very easy. We can get the location including a map where it could be included in a brochure would be an easiest task. After that, the geographical conditions, especially if we can say the southern part of India or eastern coast of India, or if we are familiar with longitudes and other things, that also can be provided if it is an e-brochure, or otherwise the geographic conditions that we have to give. And after that, what are the major cities very close to it and well-known places near to it. That is also can be given. We can state Amravati, Machilipatnam. Machilipatnam was very ancient harbour which is very close to us, but it was used by Britishers, and before Britishers many other foreigners are also used it for their business, so that we can use that. Our climate and overall weather condition. This plays very important role, because Some people, especially the Western people, in their winters, they can't stay in their countries because the temperature would be very low for them at that time. So they want to visit a little warmer places. In certain conditions, we could talk about what kind of a climatic conditions are existed in which month. That is also, and weather conditions that must be provided. And after that, the transportation. What are the nearest airports which the travelers could be reached? That also can be mentioned. We have an international airport at Hyderabad, or we have an international airport at Chennai, so that we can mention them, and how to reach Vijayawada by local flight also can be told in the brochure. So normally these are the things. Once again, what are the things that we have to incorporate in a brochure? The first thing is a brief summary of the highlights of the important places, the location including a map, geographical conditions, and major cities and well-known places, and after that climatic conditions, and finally the transportation. After this, what we are going to now, let us watch a small video how to design a brochure. After looking this, you will understand what is the after watching this video, you will come to know how to prepare a brochure. Here, what are the fundamental details? What details to be included in a brochure is given in this video very clearly. Now, let us watch a video. With this video gives details to be included in a brochure. After this, we look into the thing. Okay, once again, what things to be included? Here, normally, we are going to like about the historic sites and the landmarks. Why it is famous for? What is the history? Suppose, for example, as we were discussing about Amravati Museum, how history is related to that site, and how 3rd century Buddhist sculpture gives an insight about some 200 years back culture, tradition, and living conditions, ornaments, whatnot. Everything would be there in the museum, so that we are going to, or we can talk about the brief history of Machilipatnam, because it is also historically related by the Britishers who ruled us for 200 years, and how they reached Machilipatnam by their naval power. So these are the things that we can mention. After that, recreation and entertainment. What recreation is available and what kind of entertainment they would get. Suppose, for example, coming to entertainment, Kuchipudi is very close to Vijayawada. Kuchipudi is a classical dance which is famous worldwide, so that we can tell that we can arrange at least in Vijayawada Kuchipudi dance program, so that our cultural dance would be introduced to the foreigners. Definitely, before enacting the drama or the dance program, we have to give the brief history of Kuchipudi Natyam, how it has come into the existence, how it has got developed. It would be very informative and entertaining session to a foreign nation. After that, arts and culture, including museums, theatres, places to visit. So as we were talking about Amravati Museum or any ancient, suppose Tyagaraya Kala Mandapam in Vijayawada is very famous for even in pre-independent things. And what are the worth visit places in Vijayawada? We can, it is, for example, I am talking about Vijayawada. If you are from different places, you can develop a brochure with your own native place by researching and collecting the information. And languages and local dialects. This is also very important. Suppose, for example, many people could communicate where the people would interact with the people or certain kind of a thing we can talk about. Though Vijayawada is predominantly Telugu speaking place, but people also know English, so that you can mention people can also speak and understand English, and what are the local dialects of the language. But normally I think the Telugu dialects are not important to those people, but especially to the foreign visitors, we have to think about only English language or a common communicative language. If North Indians are our target, then we can talk about people can understand Hindi and people can speak Hindi also, so that we have to give the familiarity to the people. It is the best place for communication in different kinds of languages. So that after that, food that area is known for, so that what food is famous in this region. So you can talk about the cuisine of the people of this place, either vegetarian food or non-vegetarian food. You can mention both, or you can mention these days the special vegetarian food would be served with different kinds of local sweets and other things. You can talk about what not. And if we want to talk about non-vegetarian food, what kind of a different food would be served, either it is a fish, mutton, chicken, beef, what not. Anything under the sky, we can talk about different kinds of cuisines of this local area. And after that, pictures and graphics. We have to incorporate different kinds of the pictures and graphics of our surrounded places, so that these things must be included. If we want to give any other information, any additional information we want to provide, we can also provide that in the brochure. What skills are involved? As a student, when you are preparing a brochure, what skills are involved and what are checked in your assignment? Here, a travel brochure allows for the development of research skills. As I was talking, research the information, that is one of the important skill involved in making a brochure. And so that you are going to think, the students must be able to find out information. Through research, you have to find out the information which to be incorporated in a brochure. After that, select the relevant facts. What are the facts which are related, which you found in your research is good for your brochure? You have to incorporate them. So after that, present the information creatively. So here lies the specialization. How you are going, what colors you are going to choose, what kind of a layout you are going to choose, and what information you are going to put in that, and what kind of pictures and other things you are going to keep. Definitely it depends upon your creativity. So your creativity would play a crucial role, because people should get attracted by your brochure. That is very important thing. Create an interesting layout. The very first and foremost thing is we have to look into the layout should be very interesting. If they look at the first page of your brochure, they should be enthusiastic enough to go through all other folds or all other pages in your layout. So the layout is also one of the important things. Next, very important thing is edit it carefully. There should not be no spelling mistakes. There should not be, either it is a printable printing error or your own error. It should not be there. Along with that, you have to follow the mechanics of writing. What are the mechanics of writing? The grammar errors or the punctuation marks or use of capital letters. All these things must be taken care well when you are preparing a brochure. So in a nutshell, what are the things that we have to look in, the skills are involved. The first one is your research skills, including the finding out the information, finding out the facts, and after that presenting your information very creatively and choosing an interesting layout. And finally, your editing skills are involved in brochure making. After that, what is the layout of a travel brochure? Let us have a small video about a travel brochure and how many. Here in this video, we are going to see a three-folded video which has 6 pages. Let us have a look at it, so that we'll understand what what information should be incorporated in different areas of a layout. So after this, we have an assignment. So what is our assignment? What are the things that we have seen so far now? We are going to incorporate all of them, and you are going to prepare a brochure. So prepare a travel brochure which describes your local places worth visit. So either it may be an imaginary brochure, or it may be a real brochure. Suppose if I read your brochure, I should be able to visualize your place. Though it is a simple village with a scenic beauty, is also worth for making a brochure. Or if you are from a village, from a coastal area, you can talk about the local beach and whatever the food available over there, and how people can recreate themselves visiting there. Or if you are from a town or a city, it is not a problem. But what is the important thing is, where you are from, you have to find out your local places worth visit, and you have to describe. So if it is an ancient temple, you can talk about the sculpture of on the temple. Or if it is any kind of a thing, any art form, it is a dance, sculpture, whatnot, anything can be mentioned. So finally, what is your assignment? You have to prepare a travel brochure which describes your local places worth visit, or it can be imaginary or a realistic assignment. After this, how your assignment would be assessed? It is one of the important things that you have to know. The first thing is application of knowledge. So whatever we have seen, how you have applied, either your design is good, layout is good, color combination, your text, it is brief and clear, everything, it comes under your application of knowledge. And after that, critical thinking and creativity. How creatively you have done your brochure. Along with that, what critical thinking skills. That means if you are planning a 3-day brochure, for example, you have to think critically how to arrive, what to do on when would be the breakfast served, where you have planned your lunch, how you have planned your dinner. Everything must be very clear. Once you have to think critically, then only it is possible for you. So the assessment of your assignment would be focusing on all the previous things. Let us have an overview what we had done in this session. The first thing we had seen, the Southern Splendour, a 5-day brochure part. It is not fully, it is a part we had seen here about Kerala Tourism Department. And after that, definition and purpose of the travel brochure. What is the travel brochure? What is the purpose of a travel brochure? What is the purpose of a travel brochure? It brings the people to visit, and it attracts them towards the destination, and it helps them to find out the necessary information. And after that, what is the objective of making a brochure? That is, we had seen what are the different objectives that involved in making a brochure. And after that, things to be included. We had seen in 2 slides what things are to be incorporated, the historical and what are the things available, everything we discussed very clearly. After that, what skills are involved, especially your research skills, and how you are going to present it, and what is your creativity, and what facts you are going to present. Everything we have discussed very clearly here. After this, what is assessed? Yeah, the last slide which we had seen in your assignment, what things are assessed. So here ends our Southern Splendour as well as brochure making. We shall meet in another class. If you have any doubts, don't hesitate to consult me. It is better to consult me through email. Though I provided my phone number, it is better to consult with. Thank you.